A very windy East Midlands Airport, here from within the grounds of the Aeropark again this evening. Just give me a minute or so. I'll put everything tightly away. That wind has really picked up this evening up here. It wasn't that bad earlier. Definitely in for a breezy night ahead. So first aircraft and then the Jet 2 in from Leeds. Looks like this one is just on a repositioning flight this evening. So you can spin around and catch that one. This one a 737-300 registration, Golf Delta Foxtrot Kilo. That one, as I say, making its way down from Leeds this evening. Just a short hop down, a 26-minute flight for this one. Airframe 26 years of age, delivered in May 1998. I'll watch this one on to stand. See the wind is battering us slightly. Let's see if we can get a pan control on that. There we go. So I'll lock that one off there for the time being. I just need to get a couple more things sorted out. Should be able to see this one onto stand though. Okay. And good evening to everybody joining us in the chat. It's good to see you. Have you all with us again this evening? So definitely a lot windier than I anticipated this evening. That one disappeared off to just vacating a little further down. See if you can pan around and catch that one as it taxis onto its stand this evening. So it's a bit ferocious up here this afternoon. We'll sort that one out. Let's have a look at what else is on radar this afternoon. Thank you to everybody joining us already. Looks like the DHL 777 making its way in from Bengaluru is not too far out. That one just passing north of Milton Keynes now. Let me put this flask away for the time being. I'm not to had to fly away. So hopefully that wind calms down, otherwise it's going to be an interesting couple of hours. So we're taking a bit of a battering. Let's see if we can just tie this up a little bit more. There you go. We'll have a quick look across on the DHL airframe this evening. That Jet 2 just pulling in onto stand there. So you can get a quick close-up view of that one. There we go. take a quick around onto the DHL stand this evening. Yeah, 747 still well and truly with us over there. And, A300 there. Should be the A300 going out this evening. I think that one is due to go to Milan. So a quick sort out. Currently got one of the A300s. It's the only A300 on stand at the minute. That one due off to Milan at 6:10 this evening. So hopefully in the next 30 minutes or so we should see some activity on that one there. Following around on the rest of the stand though. Yeah, usual 767s, 777s in, 757 on stand there. 777 just parked on the end. The DHL ramp quite quiet for this time of evening, but I think that should pick up later on during the stream. Now to look back on that radar. So that 777 here from Bangalore, as we were just saying, just east of Rugby now, coming up to just south of Leicester. That one is around 10 minutes away from us. Not so long to wait for that one at all. Hopefully a bit busier than it was on Tuesday's stream as well. So there should be a number of different aircraft arriving into East Midlands this evening. Visibility wise, not as good as it was on Tuesday. Still can see quite a way off into the distance. Probably 15-20 mile visibility. It looks like that wind is bringing a lot of cloud with it in the distance. It was forecast to rain this evening a little early in the week. It looks to have gone away now, so hopefully it stays that way. It's definitely windier than I anticipated it to be anyway. Right, let's get this coat zips up. So we'll see how we progress with the weather on this evening stream. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be too treacherous. I say just a little exposed up here, so apologies if there's any movement on the image. Just the equipment taking the brunt of that wind this evening. But thanks for joining us again. It's good to have everybody with us. Some background on the apron there. Over by the passenger terminal. A bit more populated than it was on Tuesday's stream. Not so sure on the A320 there. I know we had the Aegean A320 at the very end of the stream. That was in an all-white livery. So you can find anything on that one. Doesn't look like I've got anything showing up on my feed. I don't know if anybody's got any information on that one. I'm not too sure if we can get any closer to the registration on that. So look. waiting for the 777 to land in. So that one making its... No, that was some time ago actually. So that one maybe registered in the Cayman Islands. Nothing coming up on my side, so I can say if anybody's got any information on that one, definitely put it in the chat. It looks like we're in for the duration with that wind, really. So that rain is definitely on its way over as well. Got everything covered up though, so hopefully it's not too severe. So it's been changing its mind all day long. Looks like you might see that in the next hour or so, like you say. Hopefully it doesn't last too long. It's back off the A320 now. That 777 shouldn't be too far out this evening. So look at where that one is now. Just west of Melton Mowbray now. So that one is around 5 minutes away from us. So that one is. I'm going to get a quick drink before it gets any windier. Before that rain arrives. So fingers crossed it doesn't cause too much disruption. Quite lucky so far with the weather in terms of rain. We've managed to evade it. Seems like tonight might be the night. Oh well, we'll try and stick it out as long as we can. So we've got everything covered up anyway. Everything's as waterproof and as tied down and tight as it can be. So that 777 is just turning onto its final approach now. And while that is, we'll have a quick spin around over onto that DHL ramp over there. Looks like that's A300 just having the tug brought into place. So looks like that one will be pushing anytime soon. Stick with this one just for a couple of minutes. So the inbound aircraft registration on this 777 Alpha Alpha Lima Sierra. Aircraft is 3 years of age. This one is German registered. Flight time today over from Bengaluru. Just under 9 hours and 55 minutes. So let's see how it performs in the wind this evening. So I've got quite a strong crosswind. Where we are at the minute, that windsock is not dancing around at all. It's pointing straight to the north. So there are a couple of smaller jets taking off just before the stream. They managed it quite well. And that jet to 737 managed quite well as well. So let's see how the 777 handles it this evening. As soon as that comes into view, we will pan around, catch that one in. Definitely glad the temperature isn't as cold as it's been though. At least that's one positive. So that 777 just approaching CAVOK now. Just to catch the last of the daylight here as well. So not done too bad over the past couple of weeks with the daylight. Managed to catch quite a few nice sunsets. But, weather as unpredictable as it can be. It's very grey and gloomy out there at the minute. Well, that 777 should be imminently with us. You can just see the lights there through the trees. As soon as that makes its way a little bit closer, we will have a pan around and have a look at that one. There we go. So that one making it down this evening without too much of an issue. Managing to use most of the runway there. Those engines won't help with that wind. So getting blasted quite a bit now by them. So this one should make its way onto it. It's done, just vacating runway 27 there. A300, we just leave that 777 for a minute. The A300 there just starting up now. So we don't regularly get to see the A300 on the stream. So stick with this one for a couple of minutes and watch this one start up. Registration on this one. Echo India Delta Golf uniform. Airframe is 35 years of age. This one making its way over to Milan this evening. So that has got a scheduled departure of 6 PM. So looks like this one will stay on time. Thanks to everybody joining us so far from a very windy East Midlands Airport. So we are forecast to see a little bit of rain in the not so distant future. So hopefully that doesn't get too bad. But the A300 just in front of us there, waiting to make its way out. Looks like it's going to be a very DHL heavy start to the stream. The 767 here from Leipzig, that one just south of Leicester now. And then just to our left, another 767, that one is under tow at the minute, coming out of the maintenance area. Be sure to see that one as this A300 makes its way down to runway 27 this evening. And good evening to everybody in the chat as well. It's good to have you all with us. Thanks for joining us early on in the stream. Scotty, good to see you. Sequence Pyro, good evening to you as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Quite an old airframe for the DHL, one of the older ones in the fleet. I think just matching, maybe just a few months older than the 757s. A very good mix of new and old airframes over there this evening. And the 747 just in the background there. That one still not moved. That one is off to maybe a couple of the 747s off to Hong Kong at some point for, I think they're going for HX, category HX. Maybe the one in front of us still waiting to receive that replacement engine. Keep up with this one, not lose my foot in. The 767 under tow there, that one just waiting to make its way back onto the ramp this evening. So I'll lose this one in a minute, just to the perimeter fence there. So that one makes its way down to runway 27. It's just nip across and catch the 767 under tow there. So the front window is open on that one this evening. It's in a little bit of fresh air into the flight deck. May have received a new window at some point. It's very shiny around that pane. Just going to lock that one off there just for a minute while I reset. There we go. Okay, that A300 just making its way down to the threshold of runway 27 now. And Alan, good evening to you. Yeah, I just said about that one a couple of minutes ago. That one is waiting a new engine. I think the latest on that one was that it was going out to Asia to have that one looked at, maybe a replacement. I think the last correspondence on that was floating around was that it was going to potentially make a trip across, or make a trip eastwards, just on 3 engines. But no further information on that one, unfortunately. Still well and truly with us. So the A300 just turning on to 27 now. Giving way to the arriving 767. This one here from Leipzig this evening, flight time 1 hour and 29 minutes currently. Registration on this one, Golf Delta Hotel Lima Juliet. Airframe is 12 years of age. That one just passing over Kegworth at the minute. So A300 will just wait at that holding point while this 767 makes its final approach this evening. just a couple hundred feet off the runway now. Okay, that one just touching down. So let's leave that 767, pan around and catch this one in. Very strong reverse thrusters on that one. A lot of noise this unit from that 767. A300 just turning onto runway 27 now. Making its way down towards us, so we'll leave this 767 just for the time being. Catch the A300 out. Quite early there. Definitely see the plumes at the back of those engines. Turning off tracking down towards the south now. The DHL A300 there off to Milan this evening. Now we're currently passing through 5,500 feet. Stick with this inbound at 767. Over there, looking quite busy now. Looks like that rain is just about to start. Clear in the distance, so hopefully it's just a passing shower. Shall stick on that 767 just for a couple of minutes and make sure that everything is going to be well and truly covered from the rain. Right, hopefully the rain doesn't last very long. Let's have a look at what else is inbound this evening. Prop just on 27 there. This one not shown on radar. Beach King. See, these usually don't show on the radar for some reason. That rain is working its way towards us. It's just a little bit difficult to keep that pan under control. It's quite strong this evening. Let's just put around back to that 767 then. So we'll look at that one this evening, if we can find it. There we go, that one just having its post-landing checks there. Looks like next aircraft in will be that Ryanair service in from Krakow. That one is just passing east of Milton Keynes. DHL service in from JFK this evening, just approaching the coast of Wales now. That's just north of Anglesey. That one is around 25 minutes away. And then a number of services approaching from in the direction of France. Got the Chewy service here from Gran Canaria. That one is around 45 minutes out. Jet2 service here from Fuerteventura. That one is around an hour away. A Ryanair service here from Tenerife, an hour and 45 minutes out. And then cruising towards the UK together, Jet2 service here from Lanzarote, as well as the Chewy service here from Lanzarote. Those are due in the next 2 hours. And we've got the DHL 777 making its way in from Cincinnati this evening. That one is around an hour away from us now. Yep, it looks like that rain is going to get a bit more ferocious as he gets towards us. So quick around across the into the passenger apron there. So the wind isn't doing us any good either. So they're on just around 10 minutes or so now. That one is overhead Northampton at the minute. It's even too windy for the umbrella. It's not playing ball this evening. So it's just a shame the weather to the south looks quite reasonable. But approaching from the west, looks like the majority of that rain is making its way towards us, unfortunately. So I was hoping this evening wasn't going to be too bad in terms of weather. Doesn't look like it's going to turn out that way. Spin around on that DHL apron again over there while we wait for that rider to arrive in this evening. The stairs just moving into place there. Looks like that door is open at the minute. Ryanair service just south of Leicester now. That one is around 10 minutes away from us. That one arriving in from Krakow this evening. This one, registration Sierra Papa Romeo Sierra Romeo. Airframe is 7 years of age. That one is currently passing through 9,900 feet. Flight time on that one will be around 2 hours and 15 minutes. So thank you to everybody joining us this evening. Sorry that we've had a bit of issue with the weather. It's not a lot I can't do about that, unfortunately. Nice to keep as dry as I can. So that rain just stopping now. Okay, it's just a bit of a passing shower, so hopefully no more of that for the time being. Yeah, but the wind's still quite strong up here. DHL service here from JFK, just passing through 20,000 feet now. That one is just north of Wrexham. Looks like that one is going to route down towards Stoke-on-Trent, Uttoxeter, and then making its way into East Midlands this evening. The first view inside of that 767. Stick with this one for the time being, just to watch some of that cargo come off. So they should move on that quite quickly. Crew just exiting from the front of that aircraft now, and just getting visual on the Ryanair in the distance there. Can just about see those lights. That one is just north of Leicester. That one should be with us in the next 5 minutes or so, just passing through 5,300 feet now. While the crew are just making their way off that aircraft. Quick spin around to the end of the DHL ramp now. Just a quick look at that 777. That one inbound from Bengaluru this evening. So that one is progressing quite well. The operations down here quite swift once the aircraft do arrive onto stand. Just depends how many aircraft arrive at once. It can sometimes take a little while for the cargo to be offloaded. We do experience a few delays as well, especially on the outbounds. But they work as quickly as they can over there to make sure those aircraft are loaded and unloaded as quickly and efficiently, and of course safely as possible. But it's not uncommon for those aircraft to land in and just have a quick turn around, probably 2-3 hours maybe, and then they're straight back off into the air. We often see them on the stream land in and then depart towards the end, so quite a rapid turnaround. But the Ryanair just about to turn on to final approach now. That one is making its way down towards us. And good evening to everybody in the chat. Robbo, H-Dot, Stephen, good to have you with us this evening. So not too long before we see that Ryanair arrive with us. The DHL in from JFK, just passing over Stoke-on-Trent now. That one around 10 minutes away from us now, 10 to 15 minutes away from us. The RVL Cessna making its way in from the Isle of Man, and the Jet2 service in from Tenerife, that is just passing east of Dublin now, just about to pass over the Irish Sea. The Jet2 service in from Tenerife, around 30 minutes away from us. That one just starting its initial descent now. They're passing through 34,000 feet. And then approaching from the south, so you've got the Chewy Air from Gran Canaria 737 MAX. That one cruising at 36,000 feet, currently around 30 minutes out. And the Jet2 service in from Fuerteventura. That one around 45 minutes away from us. Just a little way to go before that leaves the coast of France. It's just off the coast of France, in between there and Jersey at the minute. So around 45 minutes before we see that one in this evening. With the Ryanair, our final approach now into East Midlands. Passing through 1,600 feet. So we'll just stick with this 777 for a couple of minutes longer, and then we'll pan around and catch that one, and hopefully watch this one onto stand. We'll see where this one ends up this evening. We're quite fortunate on Tuesday's stream to see a couple of those aircraft disembark. So the airframe wasn't that heavily populated on Tuesday. But if you missed that stream, definitely go and have a look back. We got quite a good view, good head-on view of some of those aircraft disembarking on Tuesday's stream. And if you want to see any of our other streams from down here at East Midlands Airport and from within the grounds of the Aeropark where we are this evening, have a look back at our previous streams. And if anybody wants to find out any information regarding the Aeropark, there is a link to their website in our stream bio this evening. So it looks very murky in the distance. I hope that it's not a lot of rain coming our way. A couple of dense clouds above us, but for the time being we're staying dry. Just that post landing check taking place there around the engines. Just about to see the torch lights on there. Just touching down out, so we'll leave that 777. We'll have a pan around and catch the Ryanair in this evening. Flight time on this one this evening, 2 hours and 13 minutes. Some very bright landing lights there indeed on those Rhinos. DHL service here from JFK, just passing north of Derby now. That one is around 5 minutes away from us, just passing through 8,400 feet. registration on the inbound 767 Golf Delta Hotel Lima Echo. Here the inbound airframe, 15 years of age. Hopefully that wind dies down a bit. It's just dropped ever so slightly. It's not too bad for the time being. But at least it's not as cold as it has been recently. There you go. Slightly may just lose sight of that one behind the A320 though. Let's see whereabouts they pull on to stand this evening. Yeah, so that one should stop at any minute now. There you go, looks like those brakes are on there. Do a close-up shot of that one for you. So we'll stick with this one just for the time being. Hopefully watch this one start to disembark. Just a couple of minutes before that 767 reaches us this evening. Flight time on the inbound service from JFK, 5 hours and 56 minutes currently. May approach just shy of the 6-hour mark. That one currently passing through 4,200 feet. Beach King just passing by there, so they don't usually appear on the radar, but we'll try and catch that one as it makes its way out this evening. It sometimes can be a little bit difficult to pick those up on camera, given their size and the amount of light that they emit from those nav lights. It just depends on how early that one is up as well. Sometimes it can be quite difficult to catch them, as they do quite literally pass right overhead the top of us, so a bit beyond our panning range, unfortunately. That's 767 on final now. That one around 7 miles out from runway 27 this evening. And the first of those ground services just moving in on the right now. Jet 2 service here from Tenerife, just north of Anglesey now, passing through 29,000 feet. That one is around 25 minutes away from us. And approaching from the south, we got the Chewy service in from Rankin area. around 30 minutes from us. Just cruising at 32,000 feet at the minute, so that one is steadily descending towards us. First of those passengers making their way off that Ryanair service in from Krakow this evening. And around an hour and 20 minutes or so should have the Jet2 service in from Krakow as well. So look where that one currently is. It's currently cruising at 38,000 feet. With about an hour and 20 minutes left to run this evening. Catch up with that one a little bit later as it makes its way towards us this evening. About 767 on final approach now, just passing through 1,300 feet. So that wind is stabilised somewhat, still a bit of a crosswind. Not as strong as it was about 30 minutes ago. So hopefully it's going to die down for a little while. Like the DHL, just taking a bit of an extended approach onto 27 this evening. It's like it's just battling with that wind ever so slightly. Can just about see the lights down there though. Yeah, it does look like that one is down. Just turn around and catch that one as it makes its way past us. Go the DHL service in from JFK this evening. That one landing just after a little over 6 hours in the air this evening. Stick with this one as it makes its way onto stand this evening, just vacating 27 there onto the taxiway. due service here from Rankin area. About 20 minutes out now. That one making its way just south of Luton. Jet 2 service here from Tenerife. About the same flight time, 20 minutes or so away from us now. That one is heading towards Wrexham. So that one is going to pass down towards Newcastle under Lyme, Uttoxeter, and then into East Midlands this evening. Just coming to arrest arms stand this evening. The UK National Police Force are out and about again this evening. I've not seen them for a while on the streams. UK National Police Force Vulcan Air departing just before we started the stream. That one is currently overhead Newark. Has been operation just north of Bolsover before making its way up towards Rotherham this evening. Currently starting to orbit just north of Newark now as well, so maybe out for a little longer. The Vulcan Air typically spends a good 2 or 3 hours on operation. So probably an hour or so before we probably expect to see that one back into East Midlands this evening. But the ground up steam's just moving into place on that 767 now. Should get fixed on. Good evening to everybody joining us in the chat, just catching up there. Dino, thank you very much for gifting that membership there. Looks like you managed to gift yourself that one. Good shout. H-Dot gifting a month membership as well. Thank you very much for that. Good to have you with us this evening. Thank you very much for joining and for gifting those memberships. So good to have everyone back with us again this evening from a very windy East Midlands Airport. It's a bit windier than we thought, a bit wetter than we thought it was going to be as well. Didn't give out much rain in the forecast this morning. It's made a bit of a flitting appearance, so it looks very gloomy over in the distance there. So hopefully it doesn't hit us too hard. strange it does that on the memberships. But at least you get some good use out of it anyway. So thanks for gifting it. Okay, the Chewy making its way up towards East Midlands now, just north of Northampton. That one currently passing through 12,700 feet. That one around 10 minutes away from us now. And the Jet 2 service in from Tenerife, that one around the same time, 10 minutes or so. That one just passing overhead Newcastle under Lyme. Passing through 15,300 feet. So the inbound Chewy here from Gran Canaria is 3 years of age on that airframe. Registration Golf Tango Uniform Mike Lima. 737 MAX 8. And the inbound Jet 2 registration on that one, Golf Delta Foxtrot Yankee. This one at 23 years of age. First flight September 2001. Flight time on that one this evening, just over 4 hours and 10 minutes. Just a little less for the Chewy here from Gran Canaria. That one should be landing just shy of 4 hours this evening. But not too long to wait for those inbounds at all, just 10 minutes or so. 767 engines all shut down there. It's like that ground power unit is in place. It's a bit of an odd view. We don't usually get to, we don't usually see aircraft being unloaded from this point of view. Anyway, they're making use of the end stand there this evening. The same stand the A300 departed from just towards the start of the stream. So a quick look at 767 just for the time being. Quick look down the rest of the ramp this evening. Elliot inbound from JFK. So like that one is in full swing for being offloaded. A lot of cargo coming off that one at the minute. And the earlier inbound from Bengaluru, just on the end of the stand there, the 777. That one also being offloaded. That one should just be about finished. That was being offloading for about an hour or so. So not too long at all before that one is fully unloaded this evening. So that one is making its way back off to Leipzig as well this evening. That one currently due out at 20 past 10 with an estimate, sorry, not 20 past 10, 10 past 8, reading that wrong there. At 10 past 8, it was due out 25 past 7. So that one is slightly delayed this evening. And again, Dino, with that gifted membership, thank you very much. And we'll see you in the next stream. Thank you for dropping by, making those gifted memberships as well. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much for that, Dino. So the Chewie just passing east of Leicester now. That one around 5 minutes away from us. And the Jet 2 in from Tenerife, not too far out at all. That one just north of Derby now. So we should see that one in the next 8 to 10 minutes. It's like the National Police Vulcaner is making its way back down towards us as well. That one quickly approaching Nottingham. That wind definitely picking up this evening. It's a very strong crosswind indeed. Jet 2 service here from Fuerteventura approaching from the south. That one just south of Milton Keynes, passing through 18,000 feet. That one's around 15 minutes away from us now. And the RVL Cessna in from the Isle of Man. That one just north of Ashbourne. That one with probably around 15 minutes or so this evening. Still making good speed in the winds. Currently sat at 8,900 feet. Speed on that one around 250 knots. See, it's a little bit further down towards us. It's going to be a very bumpy approach indeed for that one. But the Chewie just a few seconds off now from making its turn on to final approach this evening. So it's definitely the windiest we've felt it out here. So it can be a bit of a struggle in the cold, but the wind is definitely a different challenge, blowing everything around. Everything's well tied down though, so hopefully it won't be too much of an issue for us. As long as the rain stays away, fingers crossed it does. It looks to be a very cold week again next week though. Temperatures dropping right back down again. So between 1 and 7 degrees for most of the week. So make use of make the most of the warmer weather while we can. So the weekend is going to be quite nice though, so if anybody is out and about and fancies coming down to the Aeropark, they are open this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and they'll be open from 10 till 3, last admission being at 2 PM. And if you want any further details of how to find the Aeropark, what's on offer down here, and any additional information, there is a link to their website in our stream bio below, so definitely do check them out. So that's wind definitely intensifying now. Just about to see the Jet 2 service in the distance there, making its way up from Fuerteventura. Now it looks like the Chewie just taking a slightly different route into East Midlands this evening. Just like that one just making a few turns to get back onto track for that final approach. looks like the wind is about 13 knots currently. Feels very much stronger than that. Temperature about 14 degrees this evening, so quite warm in comparison to what we've been experiencing over the past few weeks. But that Chewie looks like it is our final approach now. So as soon as that gets a little bit closer, we'll pan across and watch that one in. Just stick with the 777 in front of us as that one continues its unloading this evening. The Jet 2 service from Tenerife, just south of Nottingham now. That one just about to turn on to final approach for runway 27 as well. And the RVL Cessna in from the Isle of Man, not too far behind that one. That one probably 5 minutes or so away from us. Jet 2, good 10 miles or so out now. That Chewie just a minute or so from touching down. And good evening to everybody joining us on the chat and on the stream. It's good to have you with us. Thank you very much for joining us down here at East Midlands Airport this evening. So we're doing our best in the gusty conditions this evening. It's not too difficult. Good that it's a bit warmer as well. Hopefully we can stick it out for as long as we possibly can this evening. Chewie just overhead CAVOK now, passing through 700 feet. Just over the runway threshold now, so I'll take a quick pan across and catch that one as it lands into East Midlands this evening. Just appearing it through the trees there. Flight time on that one this evening, 3 hours and 52 minutes. And that Jet 2 service in from Tenerife, just a couple of minutes away from us as well this evening. That one on final approach for runway 27 now. Currently passing through 1700 feet. Flight time on that one by the time it touches down should be around 4 hours and 10 minutes. Just picking up slightly there, so sorry for any sort of movement on the image. Jet 2 just over CAVOK now. And just approaching the runway threshold. apron over there, filling up quite quickly this evening. It's more densely populated than it was on Tuesday. Just over the runway threshold now, that one making its way towards us. Pan round and catch that one. Flight time on that one this evening, just over 4 hours and 10 minutes. From the Isle of Man now. That one also on its final approach, and shortly behind that should be the Jet 2 service in from Futurventura. Stay with this Jet 2 in front of us for the time being. RVL just taking a little while, battling its way down towards runway 27 this evening in the crosswind. To making use of the final stand over there on that on the parking over on the apron just to the side of the terminal. So that one, just taxiing out of sight is definitely making its way back around though. Just reappearing there. Looks like we get quite a good view of that one disembarking again this evening. So you can see the marshal there just in front, guiding that one in. Back across to get that one in full frame. There we go. Jet 2 service in from Futurventura. That one is on final approach now into East Midlands. Thanks everybody for joining us in the chat this evening. It's good to have you with you. Good to see a lot of returning subscribers in there as well. Thank you very much. Good to see a lot of members in there as well now. So thank you very much for joining us from down here at East Midlands this evening. So second stream of the week from down here at the airport, so within the grounds of the Aeropark this evening. It's the usual streaming spot on a Tuesday and Thursday. With thanks to all the volunteers here that make it possible for us to stream from within the grounds up on an evening. That wind is definitely going to cause me a bit of a challenge this evening. So I thought it was going to be quite a calm evening given the weather forecast, but it turns out not to be. Over that Jet 2 service in from Future Venture, just passing over Kegworth now, passing through 1,000 feet. Just a few seconds from passing over the runway thresholds and landing onto runway 27 this evening. We'll stick with the Jet 2 in front of us for the time being. That front door just opening there. First of those passengers should start making their way down in the next couple of minutes. The bus is just moving into place. And just visual on that Jet 2 now, our final approach. The light's just visible through those trees. Ryanair service to Krakow this evening just pinging up as well. Should hopefully see that one push in the next few minutes. There we go, the National Police Ravenette just passing in front of us there. And Jet 2 just landing onto 27 now. This one may make its way down just a little further. See if it joins its counterpart on stand over there. So we'll get back onto that one in just a couple of minutes. We'll see where this one makes its way off to this evening. Is making its way towards the terminal. So I'll leave that one for the time being. We'll focus back on that 737 over there. Those passengers just disembarking in. to you, Andy. Thank you very much for that. DHL here from Cincinnati, that 777 passing north of Derby now. That one is around 5 minutes away from us. Flight time on that one this unit should be around 6 hours and 35 minutes, or in the region of. Now that airframe, 13 years of age. So it's still very windy here at East Midlands this evening. So that wind does keep intensifying somewhat. Doesn't seem to be an issue for any arriving aircraft at the minute. That 777 passing through 5,700 feet now, making its way towards East Midlands. So just a few minutes from touching down now. So the last of those passengers just making their way off there. And that Ryanair service off to Krakow, just making its way onto the taxiway, little way out of shot in the distance there. That one should be passing overhead any time soon. Jet service in from Krakow this evening, just passing over the channel now. That one making its way towards the south of England. That one should be routing towards Colchester, or in the region of, and making its way up towards East Midlands. That one around 35 to 40 minutes away from us this evening, currently cruising at 38,000 feet. The Ryanair service to Krakow quickly making its way down the taxiway this evening. So that may just hold on the 777 makes its final approach, or it may just sneak out a little before. So it looks like that 777 just taking a bit of an extended approach into East Midlands this evening. So we'll see if that Ryanair manages to sneak out in front of it. just sneaking onto runway 27 then. Doesn't look like this one is too heavily laden this evening. Making quite a bit of a rapid entrance into 27. Not using the full length of the runway this evening. See just whereabouts this one rotates. That one up very quickly this evening. That one just managing to nip in front of that 777 using one of the earlier taxiways to enter onto 27. Making quite a rapid entrance. Sorry, departure, not entrance. Rapid departure away from East Midlands this evening. That one now back off on its way to Krakow this evening. Currently passing through 2,900 feet there. So that one is off into the very gusty evening sky in front of it. That 777 just a couple of minutes from reaching the runway threshold now. I should take a quick look back over at that jet to 737 now. Those buses now moved off, taking everybody back to the terminal. Ground ops teams there giving that one a post landing check. Wind is definitely picking up now. Triple seven though, just passing through 1,000 feet now, so we'll get onto that one as soon as that passes over the threshold this evening. Should be with us anyway. Those landing lights just visible through the trees there. Pan around and catch that one as it lands into East Midlands this evening. 777 arriving in from Cincinnati. Flight time on that one at 6 hours and 37 minutes this evening. Registration on that one, Golf Delta Hotel Lima uniform. Airframe 13 years of age. Wind gust definitely giving us a battering now. Sergey, good evening to you. Ryan, good evening to you as well. Robbo, thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's been good to have you with you. It's good to have you with us. Sorry, should I say? We'll see you on the next one. So that Jet 2 service in from Krakow, about 20 minutes away from us now. Yeah, that one just starting its descent, just overhead Chelmsford at the minute. Ryan, that's no problem at all. It's good to have you with us again this evening. It's definitely not the best night to be out at the wind anyway. So we're quite fortunate to miss some of that rain. Just taking a bit of a battering up here from the wind. Temperature definitely makes a difference, so it's not as cold as it has been over the past few weeks. That's one good thing. Yeah, let's take a round back across that DHL aircraft, that 777 just arriving in from Cincinnati there. Yeah, earlier arrival from Bengaluru, still receiving some ground service there. The cargo just making its way off. So the earlier inbound from JFK is also completed offloading this evening. So look at that 767 in front of us. So look, see if you can see inside that one this evening. A bit of time off then, Ryan. So good to have you with us, though. Thank you very much for joining us this evening on your lunch break. Making its way towards us now. That one just 20 minutes or so from touching down this evening. Registration on that one, Golf Juliet Zulu Bravo Kilo. Airframe is 7 years of age. That one making its way in from Krakow this evening. And then after this jet suit makes its way in this evening, I think we'll make a call on the weather as well. Give it another 20 minutes or so, see if this wind dies down. Everything is quite literally getting blown everywhere this evening. So good job, everything is tied down. But thanks for joining us again this evening. Though weather's not turned out just how we thought it would this evening, which is going to be a lot calmer than it actually is. But that wind is just keeps gusting every now and again. It's just shaking all the equipment everywhere. Sophie, good to see you this evening. Okay, so look back down on the over at the terminal. 767 just offloading there from both sides of the aircraft this evening. So we don't usually, from this vantage point anyway, don't usually get to see the right hand side of the aircraft as they unload them. Usually, as we've seen a bit further up on the 777 there, just in front of us, usually get to see this side. So a bit of a different vantage point this evening, seeing underneath the aircraft from over here. So a quick pan across to the So number of aircraft in this evening, a lot busier than it was on Tuesday. But if you did miss that stream, definitely go and have a look back through. Quite a number of aircraft landing. It's a bit later on in the stream. The start of the stream was a bit quiet. But it's typical with East Midlands. Tend to start a little bit early just to get the stream going. Probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes before the main action starts down here at East Midlands. Waters, good evening to you. So just waiting on the jet to make its way up. That one is inbound from Krakow this evening. That one just passing north of Milton Keynes now, around 20 minutes away from us. So while we wait that one, just have a quick pan across back onto the DHL apron over here. So that 777 is just starting to load up. So you can get a close-up view of that one this evening. See if you can make out the registration on them. That one is ending in Mike Charlie. Is off to Cincinnati this evening. That one should be departing just before 9 PM. So apologies for any bouncing around on the image there. So we are front on to most of that wind this evening. So the traffic just going a bit quiet this evening. It's not been that fortunate the past couple of streams, or Tuesday's stream anyway. We were a bit quiet to start off with on that, catching up with most of that cargo action as it made its way down from the north. Looks like some of that is making its way in now. Got the UPS service in from Philadelphia. That one due in around an hour's time. That one making its way towards the coast of Ireland in a minute. Looks like that one is going to pass just probably a fair way off Cork this evening, north of Cork, passing over Hen Island before making its way over Wales and into East Midlands. The DHL 757 making its way down from Reykjavik. That one just approaching Glasgow. Around 5 minutes away from passing over Glasgow there. That one should be with us in around 40 minutes time. And the West Atlantic 737-400. That one is making its way down from Aberdeen this evening. Looks like that one has just departed. That one just passing through 2,000 feet now. So that one should be with us in about 45 minutes or so as well this evening. A couple of services from the south. We've got the Ryanair service in from Tenerife. That is just cruising, or descending, sorry. Airs for its cruise now, descending through 25,000 feet just north of Heathrow, making its way towards East Midlands. That one is probably 25 minutes away from us. And then a couple of services just about to leave the coast of France. The jet to service in from Lanzarote. That one is at 38,000 feet now. Looks like that one is at 40 minutes away from East Midlands. And the same for the Chewy service from Lanzarote. Both aircraft 38,000 feet, scheduled to be with us in around 40 minutes time. So it looks like the majority of those services should be with us within 45 minutes or so. So I'll try and stick it out in the wind. It's not too cold, just a bit gusty up here. But we'll make a call if it gets a bit too much this evening. So the temperature isn't too bad at all, not in comparison to what it has been, but that wind is just a bit of a challenge. The next arrival though should be that Jet 2 service in from Krakow. That one is just approaching south of Leicester now, passing through 9,000 feet. Just about to see those lights off in the distance, so the visibility is quite good now. A lot of that cloud has dispersed above us. Still some in the vicinity, nothing as grey and as gloomy as it was earlier though. So hopefully that little shower we had earlier will be the one and only of this evening's stream. I sincerely hope so anyway. So the umbrella is pretty useless in this wind. It's 777 just being refueled down underneath the wing. See if we can get a view of that operation. There we go. So from the Aeropark, especially during the daylight hours as well, you get quite a good view across all of the DHL apron here. It's not always in use during the day, most common times probably from 5 PM onwards into the early hours, but there are a number of cargo services operating in and out of East Midlands during the daytime as well. It's not exclusively nighttime traffic. There are a few noise abatement orders in place regarding aircraft of this size and operating at certain hours during the day in the local area. But all in all, there's a good mix of aircraft in and out of East Midlands throughout the day. It can be a bit sporadic, but East Midlands is only a regional airport. The main cargo operations taking place during the evening hours when the runway is not too heavily in use by all of those passenger services. That will intensify over the next few weeks though as we go towards the summer months. We should hopefully see a lot more of those services arriving and departing, taking people off to a much warmer climate than we're experiencing here at the minute. Well, that Jet 2 is making its way. I think I'm just going to grab a quick drink, take a bit of that wind chill off. Well, thank you for joining us again anyway. It's great to have you with you on this Thursday evening. If you're new to the channel, just finding us this evening, warm welcome to you, and welcome to Live Flight Action. If you've not done so already, do consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on those notifications to keep up with all of our action here down at East Midlands Airport. So we are within the grounds of the Aeropark this evening, supported by the volunteers down here. As volunteers work really hard to keep the Aeropark in the condition that it is is in. Everything is very well kept, very well maintained. But if you want to know about any opportunities, especially volunteering opportunities to help with the operations down here at the Aeropark, the details for the Aeropark are listed in our stream below. The volunteers here would be more than happy to discuss any potential volunteering opportunities with you. Or if you just want to drop down and have a visit, all of the details are in our stream bio below. That Jet 2 service just turning on to final now. Yeah, the Rhino service here from Tenerife, just passing through 13,000 feet now. That one is east of Northampton. Chewy and Jet 2 services from Lanzarote this evening, just approaching the south coast now. They're about to pass east of the Isle of Wight and then route up towards East Midlands over Portsmouth. Should be just west of Heathrow, making their way up to Milton Keynes, Leicester and then into East Midlands. The DHL 757 in from Reykjavik, making good time this evening. That one making its way down towards Dumfries now, passing over the Lake District, just east of Manchester, over the Peak District and then into East Midlands. And then not too far behind that will be the West Atlantic service in from Aberdeen this evening. That one is currently passing through 22,000 feet. So that one is going to route straight down over Newcastle, up on Tyne, down towards Darlington, Leeds, Sheffield, and then into East Midlands. That one should be with us in about 40 minutes. Our next aircraft to arrive into East Midlands this evening will be that Jet 2 service in from Krakow. That one is just passing through 2,200 feet now. One last quick look away from that 777. So those fueling operations are still ongoing there. So that one is due out around 9 PM this evening. So those outbound services to Cincinnati do sometimes get delayed. And we've experienced it a few times on the stream, anticipating that one to that service to go out on time. Unfortunately, does face a few delays. I've got a side-on view of that 777 there. So that one is still in the process of being loaded up this evening. I think this one should be making its way out to Leipzig a little later on. That one arriving earlier at the start of the stream. That one in from Bengaluru this evening. Good to see everybody in the chat this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. Joe, you're very welcome. So I try and bring you as much detail as possible. So thank you very much for that comment there. Okay, let's look where we are in terms of Jet 2 service. That one is just touching down now, so we'll pan away from the 777 and watch this one roll out in front of us this evening. Just hear those engines off in the distance there. There we go, the Jet 2 service in from Krakow, the second service in from Krakow this evening. The earlier being the Ryanair, and we just saw that one depart back out a little while ago. Flight time on this Jet 2 service in from Krakow this evening, just shy of 2 hours and 10 minutes. Aircraft registration, Golf Juliet Zulu Bravo Kilo. And as we said a little earlier, this one airframe 7 years of age. We'll stick with this one for a couple of minutes as we watch this one on to stand this evening. So depending on the availability of stands this evening, we may not be fortunate enough to watch this one disembark as well. Keep an eye on it, see just where it ends up this evening. See the apron over there, it's not too populated this evening. Yeah, but it's definitely filling up. The wind isn't too bad for the time being. It's down just a little. Still gusting. Not as strong as it was about 20 or 30 minutes ago. We've got aircraft just landed in there, this one not on radar. Sounds like a Bombardier, maybe the JCB. A little smaller than JCB. JCB usually sneaks up during the stream, but will not usually on radar. Sneaking off down towards the maintenance area there. Probably going towards the signature sheds, or hangar, should I say. There you go, that one just disappearing off down the down onto the apron there. Get back on this jet suit. Yeah, looks like that one has pulled onto stand there right in front of us. So not making use of the parking or stands available in front of the terminal this evening. Stick on this one for a few minutes while we wait for the arrival of that service in from Tenerife. That Ryanair just on final now. That one passing through 1,800 feet. To everybody just joining the chat on the stream as well. It's good to have you with us this evening. So the Ryanair service in from Tenerife, just a minute or so away from us now. That one overhead Kegworth. So we've been quite fortunate, especially on Tuesday's stream as well, to catch a number of these aircraft disembark from this vantage point. Don't usually get to see that taking place. They're usually nestled away in the background there, making use of those stands right in front of the terminal. But with the growing number of aircraft over there this evening, looks like they're making use of all the available stands they can, which is good for us. Get to see a lot more action over there. That Ryanair service just about to touch down now. Registration on this one is Echo India Hotel Charlie. The airframe coming up to 2 years of age, 737 MAX. Yeah, those first passengers just making their way off that Jet 2 service there. Almost into coming into view. We'll just pan off that ever so slightly and take you around to that arriving service from Tenerife this evening. Flight time on that one this evening, 3 hours and 53 minutes. We'll see just whereabouts this one ends up this evening. So it should make its way down towards the terminal there. A couple of Ryanair aircraft just to the side. Catch back up with that one in a minute though. Just keep focused on that Jet 2 over there as it disembarks. Catch up on the rest of those inbound this evening. A couple making their way up just south of Milton Keynes now. It's those two services in from Lanzarote. The Jet 2 service and the Chewy service making their way towards us now. Both 737s. The Jet 2 737-800 and the Chewy 737 MAX 8. They are both 15 minutes away from us now. And that DHL 757 making its way down just south of Lancaster at the minute. That one should be passing down towards Manchester, and then over the Peak District into East Midlands. That one around 20 minutes or so. The West Atlantic service in from Aberdeen, that one making its way down just overhead Newcastle upon Tyne now. That one is around 30 minutes out. And the UPS service in from Philadelphia, just overhead Island, passing east of Limerick now. That one is currently at 39,000 feet and scheduled to be with us in around 40 minutes or so. Okay. So making sure everything is tied down. The wind just picking up again. Good evening to everybody joining us from East Midlands Airport this morning, and thank you to John Jones and Planes sending everybody over here. It's good to have you with us, so thank you very much for joining us from a very windy East Midlands Airport this evening. So we're sticking it out as long as we can this evening. Yeah, wind gusts just giving us a bit of a battering, so apologies for any of distortion in terms of noise and image there. It's good to have you all with us, so thank you very much for joining us on this stream, our second stream of the week from East Midlands. You're just joining us, the aircraft in front of us arriving in from Krakow just a short while ago. Just watching that one disembark. Next service is in due imminently though. The Jet 2 service in from Lanzarote, that is just east of Rugby now. And the Chewy service in from Lanzarote also, that one just south of Northampton. A couple of minutes separating those two aircraft this evening. Rapidly making their way in towards East Midlands. So those passengers making their way on those buses now. Looks like that aircraft is fully disembarked. So the cover off. So the cover's just blown slightly. There we go. Sort that out. If we can, just bear with me. Wind is causing havoc with everything this evening. There we go. Hopefully you're all back in full view now. Get that one tied off. Hopefully no more issues with that and everybody's back in full focus. There we go. Let's pan across to that DHL apron now. So look at the progress of that 777 making its way over to Cincinnati this evening. Let's take a close up view of that one. Like that one is still quite empty. A lot of loading left to do on that one. Still refueling that one as well. Remember that one is due to depart just before 9 PM this evening. And anybody just joining us, take a quick pan across that DHL apron. The 767's in the earlier arrival in from JFK over there as well. Looks like that one is still closed up. Should be start to be offloaded anytime soon. They're focused on getting these prioritising getting the services out this evening. So there's a number of aircraft arriving on this evening's stream. The DHL 757, if we can battle through the gusts there, the 777, that one, the flight deck on that one just being sorted out. And a couple of last 777s there, that one arriving in just a short while ago from Cincinnati. And its counterpart there arriving in from Bengaluru just a little earlier at the start of the stream. This one is due out to Leipzig this evening. So that one looks like it's all fully loaded up at the minute. So hopefully that one stays on schedule. I can probably expect a few delays with the wind this evening. Yeah, looks like that one is scheduled to go out. Let's have a look. 8:10, that one is scheduled to go out. So hopefully with that one being shut up, shouldn't be too long before we see that one start up and taxi down towards runway 27. So it should be quite an interesting takeoff. Strong crosswind with us tonight, and that is only intensifying as we've been going through the stream. But that Jet 2 service in from Lanzarote, just passing north of Leicester now, that one is around 5 minutes away from us. And just a couple of minutes behind that will be the Chewy service, also in from Lanzarote this evening. So hopefully not too long to wait until that 777 makes its way out. And for anybody just joining as well, we do still have the One Air 747 in front of us. Couldn't quite make that out there. That one's been with us for a number of weeks now. I think we're in the third week. This is that this one has been with us. See if we can get that frame rate turned up. There we go. Bit of brightness there. Yeah, that one has been with us for about 3 weeks now. That we declared an emergency just after taking off from Cardiff. Instead of continuing, it made its way back towards East Midlands, the base for One Air. That has been waiting to receive an engine now for the past 3 weeks. And there are some a bit of news out there about that one, I think, making the rounds. That one should be due off out towards Asia, I think specifically Hong Kong, either to receive a new engine or to get that one looked at. But that one may be making its way out there just on the 3 engines. But not seen anything confirmed on that one yet, so it may or may not be moving in the near future. The apron over there, quite densely populated now. That one filling up very nicely this evening, and the next 2 inbounds will only add to that. So the Jet 2 just turning on to final now. It's like we've got that DHL joining us from north as well. That one heading towards Matlock now, so just north of Derby. Probably a fair bit way north of Derby, probably west of Chesterfield. Its current position. But that one should route down towards just north of Derby, passing over Nottingham and then making a right-hand turn onto final this evening. So while we can, let's just take a quick look over on the terminal now. It's densely populated with 737s this evening. And a rare sight of an A320 here at East Midlands. So we don't really get to see a lot of Airbus aircraft out. We did manage to catch the DHL A300 at the start of the stream. That one was making its way down to Milan this evening. So if you want to see that, one of the older airframes in the DHL fleet, I think that one is around 35 years old. So a very good old workhorse for DHL. But that one was outbound to Milan this evening. So if you want to go back, I think that one was towards the start of the stream. You're very welcome to go and have a look at that one. Managed to catch that one start up at about an hour or so, just as the sun was disappearing. See if you can get that focused any better over there. There we go. But we have seen a number of Airbus aircraft over the past few streams here at East Midlands. Mainly Aegean A320 and A321 airframes. They're in for respray into a new livery, taking them out of that old livery scheme, giving them a fresh new coat of paint. But both the Jet 2 and Chewie is now on final approach into East Midlands. The DHL 757 gets in closer as well. That one around 10 minutes out now. And the West Atlantic just north of Huddersfield now, making its way down towards East Midlands, taking a similar route to that 757. That one should be with us in about 20 minutes or so. Keeping an eye on that 767, the EPS 767 here from Philadelphia this evening. That one around 30 minutes away from us now, just passing off the coast of Ireland into the Irish Sea. That one should be routing over the coast of Anglesey into Wales, down towards Stoke-on-Trent, and then over Derby into East Midlands. Looks like we've got the Swift Air ATR joining us in from Guernsey this evening. That one just over the south coast now. That one routing just west of Southampton, straight up towards East Midlands. That one in around 35 minutes. So we'll probably call it between the UPS arriving and that Swift Air ATR arriving as to when we conclude this evening's stream. So probably another 35 minutes or so for us to run this evening. But that Jet 2 just passing over the runway threshold now. That one passing through 500 feet. So as soon as it gets a little bit closer, just past the tree line in front of us, we'll pan straight onto that one. And hopefully watch this understand it as well. So we've been quite fortunate with the Jet 2s this evening, making good use of the stands in front of us. Feels like that wind has finally calmed down as well. So some really strong gust support on the mound of the Aeropark this evening. Time on this one this evening, just shy of 3 hours and 40 minutes. Now just vacating the runway there. making its way down towards the terminal. Chewy just passing overhead CAVOK now. That one just a minute away from touching down this evening. That one just passing through 700 feet now. We stick with the Jet 2. We'll manage to catch the Chewy as well. Good evening to everybody joining us in the chat and on the stream as well. It's good to have you with us this evening. Just catching up with the chat in between these arriving aircraft. So I'll catch up in just a couple of minutes with you all. Julie, thank you very much for gifting that membership. That's most appreciated. Thank you for again supporting the channel. Jet 2 just coming on to stand at the back of the apron there. We'll follow the Chewy though, see where this one ends up this evening. Apologies for any jittering. Ghost just taking the equipment with it. So it just gets set up, everything's perfect, and then the wind blows it all out of place. These are going to make use of the stands towards the front of the terminal there, so it'll be obscured from our view, unfortunately. But it does look like we've got a aircraft starting up over on the DHL apron, so we'll leave that Chewy and Jet 2 service there. Those inbounds from Lanzarote this evening. Let's see if we can make it out. There we go, the 777 just starting up there. This should be this evening's outbound to Leipzig. Stick on this one for a minute. Aaron, very difficult to keep warm. We're all wrapped up this evening though. A lot of heated items on us. It can get very cold here at East Midlands, especially has been over the past few weeks. Anything with wheels, good evening to you. Liam, good evening to you as well. AT, good evening to you, thank you for joining us in the chat. good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us. Claire, good evening to you as well. And thanks to everybody joining us this evening from East Midlands. It's good to have you all with us, and thank you very much for supporting the channel. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. It's free and it does help us out quite a lot. So we've been quite fortunate to receive a lot of good support over the past few weeks from down here at East Midlands, and we seem to be growing a really great and growing community as well. So if you do want to be a part of that, do consider subscribing. Let's keep up with all that latest action from down here at East Midlands. .757, just our final approach now. Looks like that one is overhead Kegworth. If you can make out those lights in the distance. So that one is just touching down. So we'll leave that 777 just for the time being. Catch up with that one again in a few minutes. And we'll watch that 757 as it rolls out this evening. Not too sure where this one will vacate. They do tend to vacate. Not quite early, but just a way off in front of us. The DHL 757 here from Reykjavik this evening. Registration on this one. I'll catch up with that in a minute. Looks like this one is going to make use of the runway this evening. It's not really prepared to vacate early there, but throttle back up. And that 777 just in the background, starting its taxi now out towards runway 27. So that's 757 there, arriving here from Reykjavik this evening. Airframe is at 37 years of age. Registration Golf Bravo Mike Romeo Delta. Flight time this evening just shy of 2 hours and 30 minutes. Looks like that 757 that will make use of one of those stands a little further up. So while it does make its way past, keep an eye on the 777 in front of us. Catch up with that 757 in a minute. So it makes its way a bit further and closer towards its stand. It's not too long before this one makes its way down to the start of runway 27. It should hopefully make quite a bit of noise as it passes overhead this evening. Catch up with that one in just a couple of minutes. Just have a quick look at that 757 as it arrives on to stand this evening. The ground up's just moving into place on that one there. As that one starts to be offloaded, hopefully, a little later. With the 777 there making its way down to runway 27 now. This airframe, 3 years of age, registration Delta Alpha Alpha Lima Sierra. And this one is off to Leipzig this evening. It's just a short hop across from East Midlands. So it's a regular ferry flight in between East Midlands and Leipzig. Usually see the 777s out there towards the end of the stream. Sometimes the 767s as well. This earlier aircraft was inbound from Bengaluru. So quite a rapid turnaround on that one this afternoon. I think this one landed just after 6 PM. So just shy of 2.5 hours from touching down to taking back off again this evening. So we'll lose that one just behind the tree line there. We'll pick up with that in a minute. The West Atlantic 737 on final now. That one just about to pass over the runway threshold. So we'll stick in this direction. You may just be able to make out the ASL ATR stabiliser in the background there. So when the UPS makes its way in the next 15 minutes or so, that one will vacate and make its way down in that direction as well. Our next aircraft to arrive is the West Atlantic 737. That is in from Aberdeen this evening. Airframe is 31 years of age, first entering service in 1994. Registration Golf Charlie Kilo Uniform Zulu. Just a 50-minute flight down from Aberdeen this evening. Again, a regular visitor on our evening streams from here at East Midlands. Wind gusts picking up again now. It's quite strong here this evening. This one should vacate to the left and up to its stand this evening. DHL just making its way down to the threshold runway 27 there. You can see that one 747 just illuminated by the lights of that 737 now. Should make its way straight onto stand. So just a minute or so before we see that 777 departing out this evening. Thank you to everybody joining us this evening. If you can do, hit that like button. It's helps the channel tremendously. Of course, if you can, do consider subscribing to us as well to catch all of the latest action down here at East Midlands Airport. The West Atlantic here from Aberdeen, just turning onto stand now, and the DHL just about to turn onto runway 27. UPS 767 just making its way just west of Ashbourne now. There's that 777, those engines throttling up in the distance there. Let's spin around and catch this one depart out this evening. It is making its way. There we go, strong gust from those engines there. Compounded by those wind gusts. There we go, that one off into the evening sky there. That one turning left and routing down towards the south now. So it should only be a short flight for that one over to Leipzig this evening, probably about an hour and a half or so. So close look, see if we can have a look at that 737, the West Atlantic 737 that's inbound this evening. The RVL Cessna just to the right of it there, that one earlier. Arrival from the Isle of Man. So it looks like we've got the UPS 767 approaching from the north. That one is just north of Derby now, about 5 minutes or so away from us, and the Swift ATR just south of Leicester. That one about 10 minutes away. Just about make out the lights of that one in the distance here. Julie, thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's been good to have you with us, and thank you very much for those gifts as well. It's greatly appreciated. It's good to see you, and hopefully see you on the next stream. So it looks like most of the operations taking side to the left-hand side of the aircraft there. See if you can see any action on the 757 as they're waiting to. Looks like that one is straight off this evening. So from at Reykjavik. Mostly perishable cargo. We have a lot of frozen food passing through East Midlands. So the quicker they can get that off, the quicker it can be on its way. The ground seems quite fast-paced here at East Midlands. That cargo is straight off. Once that aircraft is on stand, the door is almost immediately open within a few minutes, and that cargo is straight off into the sorting facility behind. So that's 767, not too far away from us now. It's just passing overhead Nottingham city centre. We're just currently passing through 5,400 feet. And the Swift similar time, that should be with us in the next 5 minutes or so. That's just north of Leicester now, routing towards Shepshed and Loughborough. Passing through 6,600 feet. So let's see which one of these makes it in first. So just about see the ATR off in the distance here. Visibility quite good at East Midlands this evening, even with the cloud base above us. Still got a good 15 miles or so visibility all the way around, so able to see most of these aircraft as they approach from the south. Sophie, good to have you with us. Thank you very much for joining us. It's no problem, you're very welcome on the stream anytime. So it looks like the Swift ATR is going to make a bit of an extended approach into East Midlands this evening. That one still at 6,000 feet as it passes just by us in the distance there. So that's going to give way and become number 2 to the UPS. That one just turning right now to make its final approach into East Midlands. Looks like the 777 making its way out to Cincinnati this evening, still being loaded up. So yeah, the Cincinnati service does quite frequently experience a little delay to its departure time. So it may not be likely that we catch that one on this evening's stream. But with the wind as it is and picking up, the temperature is dropping quite cold now as well. We'll probably make the ATR our last arrival this evening. So that one just making a bit of an extended approach, just passing overhead Nottingham now. That one will make a right turn, continue making a right turn towards the approach path for runway 27. The EPS 767 our final approach now, that one just passing through 3,000 feet. Catch up with that 767 as it gets a little bit closer. Just have a quick pan around. We'll take our eyes off that 757 for the time being. So the 767 there earlier inbound from JFK. So that one is fully unloaded now. The 777 there making its way out to Cincinnati this evening. Looks like that one is still in the process of receiving its cargo for its outbound journey. So that hold does look quite full in there. So probably the last few containers to go on this evening. Ryanair service to Tenerife, just pushing back now. So we should hopefully see that one depart out. So this one making its way into East Midlands just a short while ago. And then making its return journey back to Tenerife this evening. So we'll try and get that Ryanair as well, if we can. That UPS though just overhead Kegworth now, passing through 1,500 feet. So those lights just not visible yet on the approach. This one should vacate just a distance away from us. Now that one will vacate and make a left-hand turn towards the UPS buildings at the other end of the airfield, towards the start of runway 27. Swift ATR just about to make a turn onto its final approach as well this evening. So those lights just about becoming visible. I can make sure the trees anyway. So just 30 seconds or so before we see sight of the UPS service in from Philadelphia. That one landing after a flight time of 6 hours and 17 minutes this evening. Registration November 323 Uniform Papa, of course being US registered. Just a few seconds away from us now, so let's take our eyes off that 777. Let's get the set up for seeing in this 767. Another surprise one, this one making full use of the runway as well. So we usually see these vacate a little further down, not in front of us, so a number of aircraft making full use of the runway this evening. good to see. We don't usually get to see them this close up. UPS 767s anyway. Looks like the Ryanair is making its way down to runway 27 as well. Wind just picking up ever so slightly. If I can find my footing, I shall get a steady shot. Lock off on that one there, just 9 feet underneath me. So the EPS 767 there in from Philadelphia this evening. The Swift ATR is on final as well now. They are just passing through 1,500 feet. Around, may just be able to catch the line out from to that 767. Just out there in the distance. Just slightly out of view. So that view just obscured by the perimeter fence. Ryanair should be making its way out any minute. So probably end the stream with that outbound Ryanair and the inbound Swift Air. ATR. So that one is just over Kegworth now. Flight time of 57 minutes in from Guernsey this evening, and that Ryanair 737 MAX making its way back out to Tenerife this evening. So it looks like the lights just becoming visible through the tree line there of that ATR, so that we'll land in first and then we'll watch that Ryanair depart out to Tenerife this evening. So, pan around. So it'll be 30 seconds or so before we see this one in. It's set up in preparation for that one. Thank you to everybody for your support this evening on the stream. It's been a bit of a gusty one up here. Took us by surprise a bit. Didn't think it was going to be this windy this evening. Managed to get through it at least. So hope you've all enjoyed the stream from East Midlands this evening. It's our second stream of the week. If you missed the first stream, definitely go back and have a look at that. So just waiting for this ATR to roll out now. course, if you are new to the channel, a very warm welcome to you this evening, and of course to those returning subscribers and members. It's good to have you with us. And, thank you very much for your continued support as we grow the channel from down here at East Midlands. The ATR just vacating early there, so we should hopefully see the Ryanair. There it is, that one is lined up. Sometimes with the ATR, they vacate very early down the runway, so not possible to always see those. So just a slight glimpse of that one there. Hopefully we should see this Ryanair out anytime soon. And I think we will end the stream on this one as well. Should be with us now. The Ryanair service out to Tenerife there this evening. One departing to runway 27 very quickly this evening indeed, getting blasted by those engines up here on the mount, adding to the amount of wind we've experienced this evening. There we go, that one just disappeared off into the distance there. So that'll be the final aircraft departing on this stream. Thank you very much to everybody who's joined us this evening. Thank you for everybody's continued support as well. If you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing to us. We're down here at East Midlands, Tuesday and Thursday evenings for the time being. Mainly streaming from 5:30 till around 9 PM. But it's been great to have you with us. Thank you to everybody and for joining us. Thank you to John at Drones and Planes for sending everybody over here as well after his stream finished. It's great to see you all, and thank you very much for joining us on the channel. We'll give you one last look of that terminal area over there this evening and the control tower in front of us. There you go. So from a very what's turned out to be cold and very windy East Midlands Airport. Hope you have a great evening. I've been Tom, and this has been Live Flight Action. Thank you very much to Laura, who's moderated for us this evening, everybody who's gifted a membership and joined one of our membership tiers. It's great to have you on board, and thank you very much for supporting us. So that's it from us for this evening. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and your week. And we'll be back again very soon. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next